When 2 points are the same distance from an axis, either the x-axis or the y-axis, the points are a reflection of each other, and the axis is the line of symmetry between the points. So what you'll see is you'll see some directions like this where it will give you a certain point. In this case, we have point A. Point A is located at 5, 2. So from my origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, up 2. This right here is point A. Now the next thing I'm told is I want to reflect point A over the x-axis. So what you need to do is you need to identify your x-axis, that's our horizontal axis here, and I want to reflect point A over that axis. Now a reflection is when 2 points are the same distance from an axis. So I know that point A was 2 units above the axis. To make my reflection, I'm going to put my new A, and I'll call this A sub 1, 2 units below that axis. So these 2 points are a reflection because they're the same distance from an axis, but on opposite sides of that axis. Okay, point B is at -7, 4. -7 means 7 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. +4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is point B. Again, if I want to reflect this over the x-axis, this is my x-axis right here. I want to be the same distance away, but on the opposite side. So to get to point B, I was 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces above the axis. My reflection will be 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces below the axis, down here. And we'll call that B sub 1, so we can see our reflection. Okay. C is at -3, -6. 1, 2, 3. 3 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's point C. Again, look carefully. We want to reflect point C over the x-axis. So how far away is C from the axis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, which means I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units above. And last but not least, let's look at point D, 2, -8. So that's 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 below. That's D. If I want to reflect this also over the x-axis, then what I need to do is figure out this is 8 units away. So I'm going to go 8 units above, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's D sub 1. Now, in addition to being able to reflect over the x-axis, you can reflect over the y-axis. It's the same process, except that we're flipping over the y-axis. So let's take point E, 4, 3. So 4 to the right and 3 up. This is point E. Now the difference is, this time we're going to reflect over the y-axis. So our y-axis is right here. So remember, a reflection are 2 points that are the same distance from an axis. So in this case, this one is 4 units to the right. My reflection is going to be 4 units to the left. The trickiest thing about reflecting is making sure you pick the correct axis to reflect over. So point F, -2, -2, +7. So -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's F. Now we want to reflect this over the over the y-axis. So I always highlight, or I'll stick my pencil here. That way I don't accidentally put my point down here. That would be reflecting over the x-axis. But what I need to do is see how close it is to my y-axis, 2 units, and put it the exact same distance on the other side. Okay, so letter G, -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -8. And again, we're reflecting over that y-axis. So what we want to do is figure out how far away am I here. It's 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And last but not least, letter H, +3, -5. And again, we want to reflect over the y-axis. So we're going to go 3 units to the left to get to the y-axis. So we'll go 3 units on the other side to get to my reflection. And that's all there is to it. Remember, reflections are the 2 points that are the same distance from an axis, either the x-axis or the y-axis.